Hi, I'm Otto Tausk, Music Director of the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra, and I'd like to raise a toast to summer. Proost! Here in the Netherlands, we might raise a glass of beer on a hot summer's day, or have a zip of jenever, that's Dutch gin, ice cold from the freezer is best. Or of course, verse muntthee, fresh mint tea, or the Dutch version of café au lait, we call it koffie verkeerd. They're good choices too. Whatever your choice is, we raise a glass to your continued good health through these challenging times. We opened this VSO at Home Summer Edition presentation with the socially distant production of the classic 1960s tune Soul Bossa Nova, written by the great arranger and producer Quincy Jones and adapted for us by a member of the brass section of the VSO, Dave Haskins. I've only just learned that Soul Bossa Nova has a strong Canadian connection. It was the theme song used for a long-running game show in Canada called Definition, and it was covered in the 90s by the hip-hop group Dream Warriors. The Canadian-born comedian Mike Meyers used it as a theme of his film with Austin Powers. And to this day, singers like Nikki Yanofsky and Emily Claire Barlow have shared their Soul Bossa Nova groove. One of the newest members of the VSO is bass player Malcolm Armstrong. He'll be along a bit later to introduce a ragtime tune that was popular around the time that the VSO was founded, titled That's a Plenty. Malcolm's dad, trombonist Angus Armstrong, made a Dixieland arrangement for this occasion. VSO concertmaster Nicholas Wright and pianist Grace Wang have a couple of tunes that will remind you of a late evening stroll through a summer garden. Fritz Kreisler's Schön Rosmarin and the theme from the film Ladies in Lavender. And summer has inspired some of the great popular songs. VSO's principal bassoonist, Julia Lockhart, has put together a couple for some of her colleagues. Summertime from George Gershwin's Porgy and Bess and Irving Berlin's Blue Skies. Now, over to you, Julia.
Hi everyone, my name's Julia, and thank you so much for joining us tonight at our VSO at Home concert. This little guy here is my friend Roger, and he's an African gray parrot. We thought it would be fun to introduce him to all of you because you might not know that parrots enjoy music as much as people do. And when they hear music that they really like, they often start dancing. Parrots are really, really smart, and science has found relatively recently that they do understand much of what they're able to say to their human friends and their cat friends. Roger has always really enjoyed music that's happy and that has a strong beat to it, whether it's a Vivaldi bassoon concerto or an aria from Mozart's Magic Flute or the 70s and 80s pop tunes I'm often playing at home. When he hears something he likes, he'll start to dance. As another example, a bit later in this concert, you're going to hear a Dixieland classic, That's a Plenty, which has a very flashy, jazzy clarinet solo in the middle. And a few weeks ago at home, when I was listening to Michelle's recording of this for the first time, Roger instantly started bopping his head all over, and he was getting his wings into it and standing on one foot and cheering along with the music. And it was just so clear that he loved what he was hearing and that he just wanted to move along with it. These next two tunes, Summertime and Blue Skies, are such beloved classic songs that they almost don't need any introduction. But because this summer is different than usual for all of us, and we're all staying closer to home and staying indoors more often, we thought that these two tunes would make a really lovely tribute to the beauty of our city. So thanks so much again for joining us, and enjoy the show.
Hi, everyone. My name is Malcolm Armstrong, and I'd like to say thanks for tuning in to this VSO at Home concert. For the next number, we're joined by a special guest, Angus Armstrong.
Hi.
Who made this arrangement of this Dixieland tune, That's a Plenty. So what gave you the idea for doing this arrangement?
Well, I saw the group's Cantina Band performance from a few months ago, and I thought of an old tune that I used to play a lot in a brass group I used to play in called That's a Plenty, which I thought would really work well for your group. As you know, I mentioned it to you, and before you knew it, I had written this Dixieland swing arrangement. It's actually an old ragtime tune by Lou Pollack called That's a Plenty, but as I said, I recorded it as a Dixieland swing arrangement. After I'd done it though, I kind of felt something was missing, and I added a trombone part just because the Dixieland style really needs some trombone glisses and smears. So I did that, and after submitting it to the group, I was quite happy to have been invited to join the party and play along. As well, it's a great chance for me to collaborate once more with my son, as we used to play together more frequently a few years back.
Yeah, that's right. A big part of the reason that I'm a musician is because from a very young age, my dad would take me into his youth and community orchestras where I got a taste for orchestral music. After a few years, I was hooked and I decided to pursue it as a career. This was my first year with the VSO, and I'm thrilled to include Angus in this recording because this is another rare opportunity to join our musical forces. So please enjoy Lou Pollack's That's a Plenty, arranged by Angus Armstrong.